rafters above the living room, right next to the attic where the two of them were to sleep. One of the birds had pooped on Elsebeth's head when they came to inspect the property. An omen, his wife had said, giggling, then announced she wanted the place. He was content with this on two conditions. The whole of the interior would be enclosed, none of it open to the rafters. The hens were to live in a coop outside, which he would build himself, along with the new ceiling, every last piece. They were the first jobs he finished when, the month before, they moved from the relative bustle of the Faroese capital to the remote village, a place they barely knew on the western island of Vagar, an hour away by car. Not an easy drive either. Vagar was shaped like a dog's head. Djevulsfjord sat stranded near the eye, accessible only by a lengthy sea voyage round the profile of the Hound, or a journey by road that ended after a damp-smelling, single-lane tunnel cut through Ordnafjordl, Eagle's Mountain, emerging close to their new home. Prices in Djevulsfjord were as low as they might find anywhere in the Faroes. No one wanted to live in such a remote spot, it seemed. The population had dwindled to fewer than 80, scarcely any young couples or children among them. The modern world regarded it as too remote, too locked in the past. Tristan and Elsebeth Haraldsen, childless, with no living relatives to look after or look after them when the time came, relished the challenge. Besides, the lump sum from the police authority pension more than covered the modest purchase price. The small salary of the district sheriff gave them the freedom to travel, if they so wished, something neither of them had raised since that early summer day they decided to move from busy Tórshavn to silent, beautiful Vagar, and embark upon a new chapter in their lives. Furthermore, you must get out of those pajamas, she added. Why a grown man is wearing his bed things at 10 o'clock in the morning is beyond me. I know you're half retired, but if one of the neighbors should see you, the district sheriff of all people, in this condition. The cottage lay above the small and straggly fishing village, a good 10-minute walk from the nearest house and the harbour, where cars and bikes and people on foot now congregated like bees swarming on summer flowers. Even set as their cottage was on the rise of a moderate green slope, it was not, it seemed to Haraldsen, a likely spot for a man to be seen from afar in his pajamas. Elsebeth walked out from beneath the cottage porch. The sight of her never failed to cheer him. She always said of late she wasn't so slim as when he courted her at the Tórshavn dances. He didn't notice. To him she was slender still, and young too, just not as much as before. And her face was strong and beautiful. More so now she cropped her brown hair short, not long and girlish the way it used to be. I do not wear these things to go about what little business I have, Haraldsen informed her, only for the comfort of my own home. The roof was a tradition hereabouts and needed attention. In spring, he believed, daffodils would sprout and bloom in the turf above their heads. In early summer came daisies and buttercups and other wild flowers Haraldsen recognized but could not name, though they must have died in the early August drought. His pipe was empty, merely a comforting thing to suck on with a familiar taste. The doctors had had their say about tobacco, and in the end he'd listened. His eyesight was clear and strong, just like, he felt, his mind. He'd know if anyone was watching and might be offended. I am waiting, Elsebeth declared firmly from below, and so are your whales. Grinned. Jonas